Built from humble beginnings, Aspen has a proud heritage dating back more than 160 years. The Aspen story is an inspiring one, not only based on the company's stratospheric growth, but also by virtue of its reputation for quality and the highest ethics in its operations. Aspen Healthcare Pty Limited started trading in 1997 with Stephen Sard and Gus Attridge as two of the four founder members. Today, less than 20 years on, Aspen is a truly global multinational. Such growth has not gone unnoticed with the Boston Consulting Group, including Aspen on its 100 Global Challenges list, which recognizes companies in emerging markets that are growing so quickly that they are reshaping industries and surpassing many traditional multinational companies.
You know, when we look at Aspen and we see where it is today, it's very hard to comprehend where we started. Aspen started with very humble beginnings, a little house from Greyville, and you know, it's taught us there's a huge amount of humility that one learns from that. Subsequent to those days, if we look at where we are now, we sit in 150 countries we sell to, where we've got 76 of our own operations. I think the importance though, and the reason we keep going back to us, is to understand our beginnings, because it's our beginnings that have kept us grounded. And the critical part about what we've learned from our beginnings is that you need to keep trying, you need to keep getting up, because we have learned in life not to measure ourselves by how many times we go down, but rather how many times we get back up.
The Aspen values are really at the foundation of Aspen as a corporate entity. They are the principles, if you like, that the Aspen business has been built on over the years, and a shared vision of sorts that enable us to track towards the mission and vision of the group as a whole. They really are at the core of our whole process of moving towards our objectives, in other words, in achieving our vision and our missions.
Aspen's 5 values are the foundation upon which Aspen has been built from inception and are at the very heart of the business.
You know, I've seen many companies where values are written on a piece of paper. You know, the reality of values is one needs to live one's values and live one's value system, truly live it. So we ask you to take ownership for what you do within Aspen. It's very important. We don't sit and look over your shoulder. We expect you to live the values that we believe in as a company. And critical to that is for you to take ownership, true ownership of your business, and to be part of a team. We ask you to live those values and live all the values we as a company believe in. Live them. I don't want them on a piece of paper.
Embracing our vision, mission and values. The vision and mission represents the overall goal by which all of our activities at Aspen should be guided. That is, to deliver value to all our stakeholders as a responsible corporate citizen that provides high quality, effective, affordable medicines and products globally.
And at all stages, the one advantage about working in Aspen is you're doing something truly worthwhile. We find we're bringing quality medicines affordably to people. We've saved over 1 million people a month that we give just in antiretrovirals in Africa alone. So it's a very worthwhile job. Our mission in Aspen is simple. We've got all the financial objectives that any other company might have, but we've also got many social objectives that we try and address.
The Aspen values are very critical because they form the basis of our belief system as an organization. It drives our behavior, it drives our performance.
Values on a personal level for me are really about what creates the environment in which people operate themselves and in which they expect others to operate. And so the Aspen values are very much aligned with what we would expect and what I have as personal values. And therefore, it is easy and comfortable to operate in an environment that has values which are really respected as life values as opposed to just corporate values.
Commitment. We go the extra mile, seeking to exceed expectations.
If one looks back in one's life and you follow people that have and haven't been successful in life, one always assumes when you're younger that those with talent will succeed, but it's very seldom in life that they do. But the people that generally succeed are people that have got 2 very important qualities: discipline and focus. And both of those are more easily said than done. And what is required to stick to the rules and to stick to the script is perseverance and commitment. Perseverance and commitment are two qualities that are critical success factors within the Aspen environment, even more important than any talent. And so within Aspen, we've got simple philosophies we live by. I mean, the reality of life is if you want to harvest more fruit, you need to plant more trees. And that fits in with what our philosophical belief in life is, that rest is rust, so you keep moving. And to keep moving is critical within Aspen because it is a growing company and we don't do the same thing from 1 year or 1 day to the next. The busier you are, the more chance you've got of being happy and the more chance you've got of getting to success. But that requires discipline and focus. So perseverance has been an element. It goes right back to our threads when we first started in the house. You simply don't start from where you start to and get to where you do without perseverance.
Excellence. We strive to be the best we can be and to deliver to the highest standards.
Excellence is key at Aspen. We expect employees to be the best that they can be. We do not aim to be just the average. We expect employees to apply their minds and stretch themselves beyond what the norm is in our industry. Employees bring a whole lot of skills that we believe will contribute positively to the organization. So when all that is put together, it brings about the excellence that we require from our employees.
Innovation. We constantly search for better ways of doing things and are solution-orientated.
Innovation is one of our key values, and one needs to understand innovation from an Aspen perspective. So it's not only innovation from invention of new molecules, which one would typically think of in a pharmaceutical industry, but it's innovation in everything we do. The way we approach our daily functions, the way we look for solutions in the problems that we're confronted with. We are looking for people who think out of the box. Aspen has been built by not going with the trends generally, but creating new trends themselves. We are looking to be a leader in the industry, and we have always sought to do things differently rather than the same as everyone else to differentiate ourselves. And in order to do so, we need to be innovative. So that's what innovation means at Aspen.
Integrity. Our integrity is not negotiable.
Aspen expects all its employees to act with absolute integrity. So what do we mean by integrity at Aspen? I think there are a few aspects which are really important. We like our employees to act with full transparency, to be fair to one another, to have very open and honest communication both internally and externally. We like people to take full accountability for their actions and to respect both themselves and others around them as well as their environment. We also like them to act with full sincerity and in full trust. Aspen employees are courageous, they show initiative, and they have a strong sense of both professional and personal responsibility.
Teamwork. We optimize our performance by pulling together. Our combined capabilities exceed the sum of each individual.
For me, really, teamwork stands out in that everything that we've achieved so far has been through teamwork, and we continue to emphasize the element of teamwork amongst our employees, because if we do work together as teams, then we are likely to achieve the best that we can possibly achieve as an organization.
Aspen's historic success can never be attributed to one person or a handful of people. To achieve what we had to achieve required teamwork. Many people all pulling together, taking ownership for their actions. Teamwork is a critical component of any successful organization. Within Aspen, we always ask you, look for balance in your life, look for happiness. And to achieve teamwork, the critical areas for teamwork are to put people ahead of your own selfish gains. The advantage of putting people first and putting other people ahead of yourself is not only is it more rewarding for yourself ultimately, because giving is always better than receiving, but not only is it personally more rewarding, but when you achieve success, that achievement is so much better celebrated when you know that you are celebrating it with a group of people, that you have worked together with a common objective, and they have put you first, you put them first. It makes the whole journey worthwhile. When you work all day, you realize how much time you spend in your job and working. You probably spend more time working than you do at home or giving time to the people that are dearest to you. The one thing we always ask for Aspen, sure there are going to be times when there's pressure, but I ask you sincerely to look for balance in your life. I can't prescribe balance to you. Everyone has a different sense of what balance is in their lives. But it's very important that you do get that balance in your life. And how do you know you've got that balance? Generally, people that are happy find balance, and happy people are people that give unselfishly to others. And there's also people that are busy, and that goes right to rest is rust. People that are busy don't have time to think about things which actually will just derail them. So I say to you all, find your balance, your personal balance. What I don't want anybody in Aspen to feel is chained to a chair 24/7. I want you to know that Aspen is a part of your life, not your whole life. And I want you to be happy people, and Aspen happy people, not people that feel obliged to do something because that is a commitment to Aspen. Your commitment to Aspen is find your balance. If you find your balance, we know you'll be happy. And if you're happy, we know that you will be able to engage people positively, run teams properly, and can then be proud to be part of the Aspen group.
As the Aspen world continues to grow, as we extend our global footprint even further and make our presence felt in new territories, our growth is mirrored by the growth of our Aspen family too. And especially considering the different cultures and nationalities that make up our multinational family, the Aspen values are more important than ever to make sure that we are one Aspen and that we speak with one voice as we work to realize the objectives of the group together.